For the seventh time in the last 4 seasons, the Notre Dame men's soccer team has claimed the #1 ranking in this week's coaches poll. So it is only fitting that our first guest this week is a key member of Bobby Clark's squad. Matt Habrowski has started 30 of the 31 games he has played for Notre Dame, scoring 2 goals and dishing out 1 assist while becoming an anchor on Notre Dame's outstanding defense as a center back. His efforts have earned him the honor of being one of the 3 captains on this year's squad, and he has helped guide the Irish to wins in their first 4 games of the season. We are pleased to welcome Matt to today's show.
Matt, welcome. Great to have you here.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me.
I ran into Boss at lunch today. I congratulated him on the #1 ranking, and he wanted nothing to do with it.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That was the first thing he addressed today in the locker room.
He didn't want to hear it, but it's still a great recognition of a great start.
Yeah.
Reflect a little bit on the season to date for us.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. We came in early in August, obviously with preseason. New group of guys coming in. We had a lot of returners coming back. I think 8 or 9 guys who played a lot of time last year were coming back, so we knew we were going to be a strong team. But the preseason didn't go exactly as we planned. It's kind of how it's happened the past few years. I think we came out with a tie and a loss and another tie, so it was kind of tough. And you kind of sit back and think like, wow, like what's this year going to bring? There's a little uncertainty there, but obviously with 2 strong starts to 2 tournament weekends, it's been fun. First game with UC Irvine, we didn't really scout them at all. We just kind of went out and played and did our thing. It was a fun Friday night atmosphere. Came out the first win, which was huge, and then definitely battled against New Mexico. I thought that was the best team that we'd played to date. They threw a lot at us, and we defended well. And then this past weekend down at IU, 2 quality opponents in Stanford, the 2015 national champion team, and then Cal as well. But we've done well as a team, and I think we've kind of come together in the first few weeks, and certainly looking forward to our opening ACC game this Friday.
That trip down to Bloomington's always fun. It's always high-level opponents. 2 really interesting games. I mean, that laser shot to win it was.
Yeah, Brandon can strike the ball very well. It was kind of funny because he's a center back, so at practice, him and I rarely ever shoot if we're given the chance. We're always hitting long balls, but we were both here this summer, and that was all Brandon practice in the summer. So kind of when he stepped up, I knew something special was going to happen. So it was exciting to see that kind of pan out.
And then against Cal, you guys get off to this crazy start, right? 38 seconds into the game or something?
Yeah. So after the Stanford game, we kind of came back to the team and talked about it because we always kind of reflect on it the next day, and it wasn't how we wanted to play or how we wanted to start the game. Obviously, conceding a goal, going down 1-0 in the first half was kind of tough for us. Found it tough to play. So we as a team just decided let's go out and press them and kind of see what happens. And 38 seconds in, couldn't ask for a much better start than that to kind of get the second game rolling.
Well, rolling's the operative term.
Yeah.
You don't have a lot of 5-0 games in college.
Yeah, no, it was rare. It was good to kind of bury that team and get a lot of guys in the field, get some early playing time early on in the season. So it was fun.
As a captain, what did you do to help shift how you were performing at the beginning in preseason to make you guys perform so well now?
No, that's a good question. We spent a lot of time, myself, Michael, and Evan, focusing on our team goals and kind of what we wanted to accomplish. So in the past, we've done it where it's been kind of numerical things like, we want to have a 0.5 goal against average. We want to beat IU, beat Northwestern. But the things we kind of focused on this year were more of standards we wanted to set for the team. So we kind of set 5 or 6 standards that are kind of everyday reminders of what we want to accomplish on and off the field. Sort of everyone buys in, being relentless, being the best set-piece team, sort of things like that where we can kind of rattle them off and keep everyone kind of checked in and tuned in to what we want to accomplish every day. And then that kind of translates onto the field. And we meet a lot with our accountability groups and staff such as Dr. Mickey Franco and Darren McMains, who kind of help get us focused before games and thinking about the bigger picture with soccer and what we want to accomplish long term. So a lot of that was done. And then obviously after the tough start in preseason, everyone's kind of wondering, like I said, how the year's going to pan out. But just getting everyone focused again on what we wanted to accomplish that first weekend, and then obviously backing it up the second weekend with a lot of just encouraging terms and always taking something that we can learn from practice, the game, just to kind of keep us moving forward.
I saw both games of the tournament here, and what really struck me was your fitness. As a team, you guys are in real. I mean, you pressed the whole game. You really went after it.
No, that's a testament to the guys, but also our strength and fitness coach, Matt Habrowski. He does a lot of work. Since I've been here this past 4 years, we've kind of come along. The summer fitness program has come along, and all the guys dread it to start because it's a lot of work. But it's carried us well in the beginning of the season because we're able to do that and get out and press teams, and through the end we're flying and ready to go. But I mean, I think we had 13 or 14 guys here this summer, and every day we were in at 7 a.m. running in Loftus for 40 minutes before we're heading out to class. So it's just a testament to how hard we worked this summer, and it's exciting to see it pay off on the field.
What do they say? You run probably 10 to 13 miles a game or something absurd.
Yeah,
right?
So as a center back, we wear like these little GPS monitors on our back. I think a few other sports teams wear them as well. So as a center back, I kind of get laughed at because I'm one of the people who runs the least. So I'll run maybe 9 or 10 Ks a game, but we have guys like Evan and John, who I think Evan last year covered like 16 kilometers in a game. To do the math, probably around 10 miles. So it's an absurd amount of running, but we're definitely in shape and willing to do it. And when the results pay off, it's fun, and we all kind of appreciate that level of fitness. So
I love how 9 miles is like
a casual
minimum.
amount.
Like,
Yeah.
I slow jog 10 yards just out to the.
No, we get like data from our GPS monitors kind of every day after practice, games, stuff like that, and we kind of look at the total distance. But the stat we like the most is the maximum velocity. It's kind of getting at guys at how fast or how slow they ran. So I think the other day in the Cal game, we had a few guys up at 32, 33, and then I was actually down at 25. It's like the lowest one by about 3 kilometers per hour. So
you're playing
funny.
The pace. You're strategic.
I'm never out of position, so I must be doing something right. I don't have to run too fast then, so it's all fun and games.
Yeah, you're talking about 10K. With last year on the show, we had Molly Seidel on, and I made the mistake of asking her, like, what's a week like for you? And she said, well, I was injured this week, so I only did 90.
Oh, boy.
Like, wow. That's my month. Every team has its own personality. Each year is different. I think sometimes people don't appreciate just how different it is from season to season, even though a lot of the guys are back. How would you describe the personality of this year's team?
Personality? No, it's a good point because every year we've kind of transitioned. We've had, since my year freshman year, we've always had one player who's kind of stood out. Whether freshman year it was Harry Shipp, other years it was Hodan. Right. Now I don't think we really have a guy who's had national recognition before. So it's kind of more of a blue-collar mentality, kind of everyone just understanding what they need to do as their own role as a team. And we talk about just being relentless in our work ethic and just our attitude every day. So I think it's more of an attitude and environment where everyone kind of buys into what they need to accomplish as an individual, and it just feeds to kind of the team attitude of being the hardest working team on the field and understanding that although individuals might not be getting the greatest recognition, it's the team that overall has the final say, and obviously that's paid off so far with our ranking right now and our strong start. So it's been going well.
Yeah, it certainly has. You're not only achieving on the pitch, but certainly in the classroom. An engineering major, right? Mechanical engineering?
Yeah, mechanical engineering.
You're going to get your master's in 4.5 years?
Yeah, that's right.
What, the doctorate's not available? What's going on?
Unfortunately, no. I looked into it, but no, I've been super busy actually. I've done summer school a few times and loaded up in the spring. I kind of came in and knew early on because I had redshirted freshman year that I had a little extra time. So at that point in the team freshman year, we had another engineer on the team, Pat Wall, and he said he kind of took it easy and kind of stretched things out because he came back for a 5th year as well. But I decided early on, coming in with a few credits, I'd look into something else. So it was my advisor in the engineering department who kind of turned me on to the ACMS program. So I'm actually in my 2nd graduate class out of 10 right now.
Wow.
I'll take 2 more in the spring and then finish up in December 2017.
Do you see a difference in the graduate classes, especially during season? How's that to balance?
So the one I'm in now, they say it's like the hardest one in the program. I'm in an applied probability class. It's a lot of foreign and international students, and the pace of the class is just very extreme. But I've enjoyed it so far. It's been challenging, but it's something I like. It's just kind of pure numbers and probabilities, so it's been fun. I wouldn't recommend it for most people, but
yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
you don't have to worry.
I'm not going to be auditing that class. What do you hope to do with a master's in
I don't know.
engineering?
So obviously engineering, I have a lot of connections being from the Metro Detroit area. A lot of people I know work in the automotive industry. Talked to Ford here at the career fair briefly. But I think eventually I would like to go into finance at some point. Engineering, I wouldn't say it's burnt me out, but over the past 4 years here at Notre Dame, it's been a lot of work, and reflecting back on it, I've enjoyed it, but I don't know if it's something I want to do long term. So eventually I think I would get into the finance side of
I would think it'd be a venture capital firm's dream, being able to understand technologies and underlying products. So.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know where I want to end up or what I want to do yet. I'm kind of just focused on the season right now and come back for the 5th year. So I haven't put too much thought into the career after this.
Absolutely. It's too bad you guys aren't in a good conference that challenges you. You know,
no, of course.
Like everybody in the conference is ranked nationally. Almost.
Yeah, I think we had eight teams in the top 25.
Yeah.
In the most recent polls.
So that makes it a grind. I mean, that's
there's really no off week.
Yeah.
No easy game, and I think that plays into how well prepared we are come tournament time, because we play one of the toughest schedules in the country. But like you said, teams, I think 3 of the top 5 right now are ACC schools: Clemson, North Carolina, ourselves. Virginia Tech's ranked 15th, so a lot of talent. I mean, it's not a lot of turnover in those schools, so it's just consistent powerhouses throughout the ACC, which is fantastic for us. Our
engagement in the conference is relatively new. Are rivalries emerging for you? For us?
I would say so. Definitely Wake Forest. I think we played them twice last year. Those were huge games, because I think at both points they were kind of number 1 in the country.
Right.
Beat them at their place, which was a lot of fun. I'd say Clemson's a rivalry too. After 2 years ago, our ACC semifinal loss, and then last year our victory. North Carolina's certainly up there as well, just because they've been a powerhouse for a long time. But definitely coming out, so it's fun to see. You kind of a little extra incentive to do well in some of the games. So
yeah. Now we got Virginia Tech Friday.
Yes, Virginia
right?
Tech. Oh yeah.
Give us a scouting report.
So we just started looking at them. They're pretty good. A lot of fast, strong, athletic guys up front. So definitely have to keep the defense in check and keep the back door bolted. So keep it locked down in the back to kind of give us some freedom to go score goals. But they're a very good team. We played there last year and tied 0-0 through 2 overtimes. Just kind of scrappy. So we'll definitely have to come out and be ready to work and compete for second balls and stuff like that. But they're a good team. Certainly something we can't overlook, especially with one of our goals being winning their ACC regular season. This is a strong start for us, and we need to get off on the right foot. So.
And am I right that there are a limited number of teams to get into the ACC tournament?
Yes, I think 8 teams. They might have expanded that to 10 or 12, but I think 8 teams generally is kind of the threshold there.
Yeah, it's got to be competitive just to get into it.
Yeah, certainly.
Yeah. Obviously you've been anchoring the defense, and it's been a great performance this year, but that also takes some great goalkeeping, and we've had that this year too, right?
Chris Hubbard's been fantastic. He came up big for us a few times against New Mexico. Certainly some point-blank shots, goal line stops, which was awesome. It was a game we were just kind of the second half, the last 30 minutes, just taking attack after attack, and he did really well leading us from behind, because me and Brandon can only do so much. But it's been great having him kind of in net for us. I've actually roomed with him the past 3 years now, so I have a really good relationship with him and kind of understanding both on and off the field of what's going on. He was great this past weekend. Cal, I don't know if he had too much to do, but Stanford, he was certainly phenomenal when we needed him.
Didn't I read he got an assist against?
Yeah, he did.
Cal?
It's actually his second assist, which is kind of funny. He had one last year against Marquette, but it was kind of an awkward, broken play. He didn't have the cleanest punt or the kick out when he collected with his hands, and it kind of bounced. And two of the center backs kind of stepped in, and John Gallagher just took a chance and behind, and it rolled right through. So I think he was pretty excited about that.
That's great. Well, congratulations on the start to the season, on being number 1.
Yeah, thank you very much.
On being on track for your master's degree.
I appreciate it.
Rachel and I are gonna audit that probability course.
We're gonna work on it.
Okay.
See how it goes.
I could use your help,
We'll
certainly.
We'll get back to you on that.
I wouldn't give me too many of those assignments. But good luck the rest of the way. We'll follow the team with great interest. And thanks for being with us. And thanks for your leadership.
Thank you very much. Appreciate the invite.
We'll be back in a minute.
You use the crowd's energy, and it really just pumps me up, pumps my team up. Just to have your emotions heighten your stomach, it's a nervous, excited feeling, gets your adrenaline pumping.
All right, let's bring it Irish. Defense wins this game. Work for each other, play for each other.
At that moment in time, we all know that we're there for each other.
Irish on 3, 1, 2, 3. Irish!